Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Breaking Bells. What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Breaking Bells Live Edition. I am Bobby, the Nintendo Guru, joined by the wonderful, the amazing, the awesome Holly. What's up, Holly?
Hello, how are you?
Good. Good morning. Well, good afternoon to you. Good morning.
Yes, good afternoon. Yeah. Is that a tea you're drinking?
Coffee. I don't drink tea.
Oh, I was going to say, it looked like tea.
It's a Pikachu mug.
Oh, it's
I
cute.
need a Tom Nook mug. So this is a little different.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't done this in a hot minute and stuff.
Yeah.
We for the occasion, I changed out the overlay. I put in a nice, fancy, pretty overlay. Showing off more of my town. That's all. It's the garden core is in full effect with this thing.
Yeah.
So, okay, here's the plan.
Yeah.
Here's the game plan. We are going to, when we do these live shows,
Yeah.
we're going to stream them live over here on my Twitch. Then I will kind of like lock it down so nobody can watch the replay. And then it'll go live Friday, whatever time. But when it goes live, it'll actually go live on my YouTube. And then it'll shout out to Apple Podcast and Spotify and all that stuff. And we'll have all that goodness that's going around. So, my main thing is this, is we have I had a popular podcast with Breaking Bells, and then we broke it off in just a weekly show. You know what I mean? Like, and at one point, I was the number 2 podcast in all of Animal Crossing. Now we're down to about number 4. But the crazy thing is, and I was talking to you about this yesterday, was
Yeah.
the amount of people that are listening, I guess, to old podcasts
Yeah.
is astronomical.
Yeah.
Like,
pretty crazy.
this month isn't even over, and 16,000 people have downloaded the podcast, and that's nuts to me. Like, it's I love it. I'm so appreciative of people. So I thought, okay, we need to do something to kind of give them some new content over there. So this is what this is going to turn into, essentially new content for people and all that stuff. We're going to do things a little differently here, because we still do our weekly show. And for those that don't know, that are only privy to the podcast via the podcast format, you can check out Mondays and Wednesdays on Holly's channel. She does 2 topics those days, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays, my channel, 2 topics, and then occasionally we'll bring a guest in, and then we'll have content all week long. This week we didn't bring a guest in. This week we went back to I think I need to recoup from Kato. Kato kind of, hurt my heart a little bit. No,
she did.
She did.
Stop
No,
it.
she was amazing. She was amazing. But I just wanted to. I don't want to rely heavily on guests on that show. I just want to kind of like do a guest, take a week off, do a guest, take a week off. And I think you're kind of in the same mindset.
I think we're both in agreement with that as well, because we also like doing this just me and you. Mm-hmm. So, but then adding a guest just puts in a little bit of flavor.
I think the thing that's funny about when we brought Kato in last week, I don't think people realize that like all the antics that happen off the air.
Oh my gosh, I always say this. I'm always like, we talk about everything.
Like in between topics, it's like some craziness, but I'm also recording. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to use this, and all that stuff. And, so it's going to be fun. The thing is this. I'm curious, because you brought this up yesterday when we were talking.
Yeah.
You went back and started playing New Leaf.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts at this moment of playing New Leaf? How far along are you? Where are you at?
I'm like nothing. I've got Leaf's shop. Okay. So I haven't really got too far. I've probably played 7 days of not 7 24-hour periods, but like 7 kind of day cycles of it. I haven't picked it up in a few days, but I love it. I honestly love it.
Yeah. And we were talking about it yesterday,
so
where you felt like you liked the structure of it. it's very pigeonholed. Like, you have to do these certain things in a particular way, where New Horizons is kind of like wide open and you could do anything almost.
Yes, definitely. Also, I've just noticed, Bobby, I think the chat is screaming at us because the title.
That's fine. We could change that. Come on, people. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Come on.
Yeah, don't worry, peeps.
We're fine.
We're all good.
It's a hidden message. It's fine. Come on.
Yeah, you just have to decipher it, basically.
Yeah, that's all. That's all. Anyway, go ahead. What were you saying?
Oh my gosh, I literally love it. I love New Leaf. I love how, I started off with my town. I want to call it an island. And I was just dealt the cards that I was dealt, So I got some villagers that I wasn't really a huge fan of, but I was like, but this is how it was. And I kind of like the fact that I can't pick and choose.
I kind of think I want to start completely fresh. I'm thinking I want to go back over to, because I have a brand new one of those things over there. I have a brand new 3DS back there someplace that hasn't even been taken out of the box, and I'm thinking about actually. Oh, I can't do that because I'd be Japanese. I have the 2DS New Leaf one that came. It was Japanese exclusive. This thing is fantastic. It's
cool.
It's got like a minty green cover on it, and it's got a leaf carved into it.
I know the one you mean. Oh,
they only came out in your country, well, in your territory, and in Japan. They never came to the United States.
That's so weird. You would think, if anything, it'd be the US and Japan.
Yeah,
but
it's whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's fine. I bought it. I imported it. I think I paid a little above cost. I think I paid $250 for it.
Okay.
And so it wasn't that bad, you know what I mean?
That's not too bad though, considering.
That includes shipping.
Yeah. Oh, really? That's good.
From Japan.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that's all right.
I love Japan.
Japan.
I want to go there so badly.
Yeah.
Like I just want, and I only want to go to the Nintendo store. That's it.
I know. That's literally.
That's all I want. I just want to go to the Nintendo store. I would like. Okay, so I guess they tore down the Nintendo original offices.
Yeah.
There used to be used to go to this building. It was this old building that had a plaque on the outside that said Nintendo Trading Card Company or something.
Oh, yes, yeah, I know that.
I think that building got torn down recently, and so I'm surprised Nintendo didn't like buy it and be like, "This is going to be forever ours." But whatever, that's fine.
That's weird.
So that's gone. So I think that the only thing I care about is Nintendo. I mean, I want to go to Universal too, but I can wait for that to come to the United States.
Yeah, I'm happy to wait for that. It'll come.
And then I hear there's this game people play. When you buy food, you're guessing if you're eating fish or not, because they have like donuts with fish in it.
Oh no, I don't like. Oh no, I can't.
I would be like,
that's I don't eat fish or seafood, so that's literally my worst nightmare.
I eat shrimp. I eat lobster. I'll eat flounder.
Yeah.
But it's got to be cooked. It's got to be breaded. It's got to be fried. Like I don't
see
mess.
What you mean. It needs to have that little bit of something extra.
I need to know that son of a bee is dead. Like I need to know it's gone. Like I can't mess with that, But I could literally pay thousands of dollars to fly in, go to the Nintendo store, and then fly out the next day.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that though. But I want to go so bad. I want to go so bad. It's just because it's been something that's been in me since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
That, I love Nintendo, but I love the Japanese culture because of Nintendo.
Yeah. It introduced you to that culture, really.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
So
I completely agree. I'd love to go.
But so what I'm thinking about doing is I'm thinking about going back, starting fresh.
Yeah.
And playing again, because I want to plant the tree for the first time.
Can I say that on my first episode when I planted the tree, I think I said something like, I actually feel kind of choked up right now because it just brought back so many memories. And honestly, I'm just loving it. I'm probably going to release another episode maybe Saturday. But I'm loving it. I'm loving just sort of showing the differences and comparing. I'm not doing like a full playthrough. I'm just kind of highlighting different milestones, I guess, like leaf shop and stuff like that, which actually makes it more enjoyable for me as well, because then I don't think, oh no, if I'm playing this I have to record it. I just show, I showcase the moments that are unraveling. But yeah, I love it, honestly. I definitely go back and play it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
1,000,000%. It's so fun.
I don't know that I want to spend money on a capture card. Part of me wants to, because part of me would love to stream it, like once a week. Just be like, okay, we're playing New Leaf today, and just stream it and have fun with it. But I just feel like there's not. Terraforming and the designing of the outside has taken on a whole new thing for me, where I literally will find myself trying to change my island up every couple of months.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Like New Leaf, I built the island, I laid it out, I had it done, and it was like, done.
Cool,
I'm out.
Now.
Yeah. I laid my patterns, laid my paths. I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah.
This game, it's like I could tell you right now, I've already changed the design of my island 3 times already.
Yeah,
and
I've had a couple of different layouts.
Right now, I'm heavy into Garden Core, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Yeah, we love Garden Core.
It's
just really nice to look at.
It's beautiful. I mean, there's an image of it on the overlay. That's literally my town.
Yeah.
It's part of the entrance. It's gorgeous. That's just. I walk through there every day and I go, I can't believe I built this.
Yeah.
It looks like an Instagram picture, which technically it is now. But I walk through and I go, I used to look at these pictures and go, how do these people do this?
Yeah.
How do they do this? And then I was just like, you know what? I'm going to make it my own.
Yeah.
Thanks to Kato and Emily and the chat and everybody, Amber and all them that helped me, Miguel and they're such great people, man.
Yeah.
But I'll literally sit there. This is no lie. I sit there and I go, how does that look?
Yeah.
And I'll look at the chat and I'll watch and I'll watch and I'll watch. And when Emily or Kato go I love it, I go, okay, it's done. But
that's what I'm like.
Because if you guys didn't go to my Insta, if you didn't know, I've been posting a lot of stuff on Instagram, a lot of pictures, and seriously, when you see Windover, my God.
Yeah, we love Windover.
Oh, it's a godsend. It's a godsend. It is the most gorgeous thing I think I've ever been in Privia.
Yeah.
I went there this week. I'm laying in the flower patches because she did these cool little things where she took the towels.
Oh, the towels. Yeah. Put the grass pattern on them.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it.
And I'm laying there and I'm like, wait a minute, this looks stupid in this picture. I'm like, Emily, come over here. Lay down in the other one so that way I can take the picture. But it looks just gorgeous.
Yeah, it is definitely nice when you're even last night on my little chilled out build stream, it's just it can be difficult because of the chat delay, but sometimes I'm like, do we like this or do we like that? I had a part of this build that was slightly off center, and I was like, guys, do you know what? I don't like the fact that it's off center, but then we talk a lot about how symmetry isn't actually as important as people deem it to be, and then I was like, well, we're doing what we can. So honestly,
I'm in my head,
yeah,
everything has to be symmetrical.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. I really struggle in Sims. If I put a bed down somewhere and I do 2 bedside tables, they have to look exactly the same. I like it to kind of one side of something to mirror the other side, but I'm loving experimenting with just complete chaos, chaotic good.
And that's the one thing I want to explain a little bit here is, and we talked about it a little bit in one of the episodes yesterday, but I wanted to explain there's things that have to if you're doing. Here's the example that I use. I have an area where I did 2 bench areas. The left and the right, when you look at them, they look identical to some degree. Yeah. But then when you really look at it, the focal point is what needs to be different. That's the part that doesn't be symmetrical.
Yeah.
Where if you have benches, both benches should be there. If you have a street lamp, both street lamps should be there. If it's bordered by shrubs or hedges, they have to be there. But then there's a focal point. And on mine, on the left side, I have a fountain. That's the focal point. That's what you see when you walk up. That's what pops immediately. Then on the other side, we changed it up. We put the garden wagon, we put a boulder in there, we put the Lily record player. Yeah. That's the parts that becomes non-symmetrical, in my opinion. That's what makes
I
it,
agree.
Yeah, and that's what sets it off. And basically gives that flair and that change to it. The other thing, too, is, and I know a lot of people probably don't like this, but I'm going to start leaning a little bit into garden gnomes and dropping some garden gnomes in there.
Okay.
Gene K yelled at me and was like, "You got to have garden gnomes." And I was like,
Jeannie does love my gnomes.
They are nice. They are like because you can dress them up and change.
Gnome core is coming, people.
Gnome core is coming.
It is on the rise.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is we have some questions that people gave to your Discord.
Yes, they did.
What I'm thinking is maybe we'll do a question and maybe we'll chat a little bit. We'll do a question. We'll do a chat a little bit. We don't really have a time frame on this.
No.
So we don't know how long we're going to go. I just know that I have to be out of here by like 11:30ish. I have to be out by 11:30 because I have to go.
I need to be at my mum's by about 5:30. So
I don't even know what that means.
So I need to leave here in about 2 hours.
Okay.
Which is fine. Which is more than fine.
5:30. What's 5:30? What is wrong with you people over there? 5:30.
What do you mean?
What is that?
What? 5:30?
What's 5:30 mean?
Like 30 minutes past 5 p.m.
So why don't you say 5:30?
Because we talk proper.
That's not proper. That's not proper. That's totally messing things up. Like, just say the time you have to leave. 5:30 is what?
5:30 because it's halfway through 5.
No, when I hear 5:30, I think halfway to 5.
Oh, well, that's wrong. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sorry if you guys spoke proper English. Not the Queen's 19th century English.
Oh, come on.
Go ahead. What's the first question first?
So, let's have a look. Oh my goodness, there's so many good questions. Okay.
Just start from the top, work your way down.
Okay, I'll go top down. So
let's not try to pick and choose because then you might.
Okay. So, Toast says and asks, how much do you think it affects Animal Crossing gameplay that villagers are treated as commodities, and how much does this differ from previous games? So I guess we're kind of talking about how people want only certain villagers and, like Raymond, for example. How do you think that differs from previous games? I'm interested to know.
Not at all. None.
No?
No. Only... Okay, so in the original GameCube version, there was no really true internet. So there was no way... And we were still learning about the villagers. We didn't know how it worked. Wild World was the first foray into the internet, right?
Yeah.
But there wasn't... Like, you didn't realize that you could go get and trade. We didn't know about the inboxes thing and all that stuff. City Folk was the first time where these characters started to go in boxes, and you realize that, like, if I had some friend come over and they talked to them, they could get them. New Leaf, I talked about this previously in other podcasts. New Leaf, Facebook was like this black market underbelly thing where what would happen is a particular character would go in boxes.
Yeah.
And people would legitimately go, okay, I have Marshall in boxes. We're going to start the bidding off at 10 million bells.
Okay.
And then people would, for an hour, bid for Marshall.
Yeah.
And the person that bid the highest came over to the island, talked to Marshall. They paid the bells, talked to Marshall. Then they got Marshall in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Dude, this is not any different than what's going on now. The only difference between now is Nook Mile tickets. That's it.
Yeah.
I
guess
bells,
it's a different currency, isn't it?
Bells has just become oblivious. Nobody cares about that.
Yeah, I literally don't really care about bells at all.
Yeah. I mean, I care about them because of the games I play, but it's... But when you go on to like Nookazon, most of that is I need Nook Mile tickets.
Yeah.
Bells are such a minimal...
You very rarely see anyone accept something like Raymond for bells, unless it's like 100 million, it's kind of crazy. But see, I think it does differ, but I think it's more of a culture change when it comes to appearance in general. I think the last kind of 10 years, I mean, there's been the social media boom completely. and everyone's a lot more conscious of looks in general. So when I played New Leaf, I mean, I kind of played on my own. I had one friend that maybe when we'd hang out, she'd bring her DS and that was about it. But I never cared about certain villagers. I mean, I had my favorites, don't get me wrong, but then again, I was also younger, so it is kind of different. And when you're young, you don't always see that sort of thing. But I find it really different, genuinely. But it's because of I think it's because of the influence it had on me and kind of growing up. Like when New Leaf was released, I wasn't an adult, you know, and so it's kind of, this is the first game that I've really cared about what villagers I have. Like, you know, really.
Like I'm reading Sam's comment saying I'm wrong and this and that, and people used to love their uglies. I'm not saying people don't love their uglies now. That's not even the situation. I can tell you for a fact. Because I was part of all the Facebook groups back then. Yeah. People were literally pushing out villagers they didn't like. It was more personality based, you know. But like now it's becoming like Tinder, you know, where like, hey man, I got this character here, I don't like him, I'm swiping left, I'm getting him out of here, and I'm going to bring in somebody new. But essentially, the core of what she's saying, or the question she's asking is what it is. Like people were. I paid 35 million bells for Bill in New Leaf. Like that.
Did you?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, because I wanted Bill so much. Gosh. That was the auctioning.
I don't think I ever even had a quarter of that. I think the most I ever had in New Leaf was 500k. Honestly, I never paid off all of my stuff.
I used to with New Leaf. I used to wake up because I used to wake up for work at 5 o'clock. So I used to wake up at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then on Saturdays and Sundays I was off. And I was just so used to waking up at 4, I'd still wake up at 4, and I would literally fish from 4 o'clock till 6, catch all the sharks, and I would literally have, I would do a trip, I'd go back to the house, I'd fill the house with all the sharks that I caught, then I'd go back, and I'd catch another 3 rounds, you know what I mean, take them all back, and then I would take those and sell them.
Yeah.
At 8 o'clock, when retail opened up, I would go in and I would just start selling. And I used to make almost 200K per trip. And I would do this every day, every single day. So I had a boatload of money on New Leaf. Like, and then the other thing I would do is nighttime. The beetles, forget about it. Like, which, by the way, I tested out the theory last night to see if I could create a beetle island. Yeah. Very difficult. Yeah. But I think if you play later at night, you could probably pull it off.
Yeah.
The one thing that I realized is don't cut down all 4 palm trees. Yeah. Keep all 4 palm trees up, but wipe out everything else like you would do for the Tarantula Island. Yeah. I did catch a Goliath and a weevil, a blue weevil beetle.
Oh, I know the one. Yeah.
But, like, I think maybe later, I think actually next month, the big ones come out.
The big ones, like the Hercules and all the big boys. Can't wait. It's going to be so fun.
It's going to be amazing. What's the next question you got for us?
So, Deanie asks, I really like this question actually. Do you feel like the beginning of the game, so start up to entering the island, should be the same as older games where you had to use a dialogue tree to get your character design, so then getting to a mirror feels more rewarding rather than just a commodity? I really like this question because I'd never really thought about it. Because, I mean, on the previous games, you just hop out of that train or that bus and you think, well, I'm ugly, but hey, that's just how it is. Like, but then I think as well, like for me personally, I feel like people need to be able to express their individuality from the start. And it kind of goes to the whole, when I played through New Leaf, you know, if you say cool, you're a boy, and if you say cute, you're a girl, and it's kind of very outdated in that way. So I think I like the fact that you can choose exactly what you want, but I think there could be more, you know, I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, to be fair, we who didn't know what your answers were going to be before you got there. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I never planned any of it. I never had a clue.
What Tony and I would do is we would go and look through different things and go like, okay, if you say this, you're going to get this color hair. If you say this, you're going to get this style hair. If you say this, so we would have it all planned out before we even sat down with Rover. So we would know what we wanted. I never
did that.
Yeah,
so I never.
Yeah, we knew what we were going to, what our characters were going to essentially look like. The only things that mattered, truly, were just your eyes.
Yeah, definitely.
That was it. Like, that was the only thing that really, truly mattered. You could change everything else. You just couldn't change your eyes. So, I have a love-hate relationship with this game.
Yeah.
Meaning, I love how fluid some of the stuff is, but I hate the fact that they just chopped some of our favorite parts out of it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you only deal with Rover one time, but he has such an integral part.
Yeah. Well, I said this in my my revisiting New Leaf thing. I was like, look, Rover's actually a pretty integral part to the game, and I don't think New Horizons did him justice at all. Like, he gives you a briefcase, great.
Yeah.
I can't open it.
And here's the mess up thing. I didn't realize that you weren't. I got screwed out of the briefcase. Luckily, Brendan.
Really?
Yeah, luckily Brendan Myers gave me his because he didn't care about it.
Yeah.
But like, I was playing and was like, I went to the island late at night, and I was getting tired, and I wasn't thinking properly, and I was struggling with the maze, and I was just like, all right, I'm gonna just come back tomorrow. Yeah. I'm gonna just stop and come back. I left the island, and then the next day, couldn't get back, and I was just like, oh, this is such a bummer.
So annoying. But at least you didn't miss out on a whole lot.
No, it was just, well, I just would have liked.
Annoying.
I just would have liked to talk to Rover. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to have, but whatever. I don't care. It's a cat. Who cares?
Hey, I really like him. I think he's a lot more important than this game made him out to be.
Yeah.
You know, he's the first face you see.
In every game. In every game.
In every game, yeah.
Well, is that true?
Oh, well, I feel there's one where he wasn't.
I think it's the first one's on the train.
Yeah.
Wasn't the bus in City Folk? Captain was the bus driver?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that was probably...
Yes, I think that's the only one. But yeah, I do love Rover.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
What do you got? What's the
Okay, so Black Lotus asks, what are your thoughts on perhaps having another human NPC? Ooh.
I personally don't think I would like that.
I just don't know how I feel about it, truthfully. I'm not really sure.
So, here's something weird. Not weird, but here's a little caveat. The other day on Nook Talk, Zach from Switchforce, he said what he would like to have happen is when the Mario items, when the Nintendo items come in, Mario deliver them to us.
Oh, okay.
So like when you walk out your door, there's Mario sitting there, and Mario's like, "Hey, here's a hat for you. Here's a Mario hat for the 30."
Yeah.
Like, or like when they release Breath of the Wild, like Link walks up and like gives you, and I'm like, that would be so amazing. Like I would, as a Nintendo fan, I would be like just all over the place. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, definitely.
But anyway, but like as a, but. I just don't know how that fits in properly with Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I just think it would look... I just feel like it would be really strange.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, I just don't know what place they would have. Because the whole point is that you are kind of singled out as a human. And it makes sense because with Animal Crossing, you obviously suspend your disbelief because they're all animals.
Yeah.
And then I feel like another human coming in might pose some questions about how realistic it is, and it just doesn't make sense, you know. Like I don't know. I just don't know where they would place it, to be honest. Whereas I think usually we can imagine and we can think about, well, maybe if Nintendo did this, then they would do it this way. But I have no idea how they would even do it. you know.
So Marina says,
yeah.
Honestly, I was a little. That's not. Okay. So Mario and Luigi has a booth like Kicks would be great too.
Yeah. See. Yeah. So that would be okay.
I would say I don't know that I would say Mario or Luigi, but I would say maybe a Toad.
Yeah.
A Toad comes to town with a cart, and you could buy Nintendo items from.
Or Yoshi, or like an animal character.
I would love that.
Yeah. Like, can you imagine? I would love a Yoshi egg lamp. That would be so cute.
Man, I would just lose my mind. That would be unreal for me. Yeah. Like I would just. That is probably Marina. That is probably the greatest idea I think I've heard. Like
Yoshi and yeah.
Please. Make that happen, Nintendo. Well, now that we said it, it's not going to happen.
Is it Yoshette? Is the female one? Yoshette?
I didn't know there was
is there a female one?
No.
There is a female Yoshi, isn't there?
There's not. You might be thinking Birdo.
Oh, I'm thinking of Birdo. That is exactly who I'm thinking of.
Yeah. But I would love, seriously, just having... Oh, my God. Please make it happen.
Please.
The toads coming up, like just sitting there. Because I would literally, that's probably, to be honest with you, it would be the store that I go to every single time.
Yeah, like a mini Nintendo store. That would be fun.
Oh man, I would go every time. That would be amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
What's the next question you got for us?
So the next question.
Do you have a lot of questions? I didn't even look. Is it a lot of questions?
Yeah, there's a few. Okay, there's definitely a few, but I think we could probably do most of them.
Okay, that's
probably.
Fine. That's fine.
So Tay asks, if you could remove one villager type, what would it be and why, and what would you replace it with? So I'm assuming like species.
I would get rid of deers. So that way Eric.
I'd get rid of gorillas. Honestly,
get rid of deer.
Gorillas,
get rid of deer so Eric can go away.
Oh.
That's what has to happen. All right. Eric needs to go because you turned your back on me.
No, hold on.
No holding on.
I'm not honest about what I said. In my stream, I said, look, Bill is cuter, but I would probably have Eric because I know his house. So technically, I did say that Bill was cuter, but he didn't tell you that. No. And all of a sudden, I come on my Discord, right? And everyone, and people are like, oh, lol, Pat exposed Holly. And I'm just sitting there like, I need to message Bobby about this.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna
and it didn't help any. Your message didn't help me. The fact of the matter is you should have been like, if I get Bill, I'm taking Bill, and I love Bill. That's the be-all, end-all. That's the only stop.
I have actually, do you know what? Every single time I've come across Bill on a villager hunt, I have been like, oh my God, it's Bill. Like, everyone, this is Bobby's favourite. So I do give him the spotlight. I don't with Eric.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I promise I do. People can vouch for me.
In all actuality, I would probably... I mean, the gorillas are ugly.
Yeah. I don't like any of the gorillas. I don't like
the eagles either.
No, I like Apollo because I think he's kind of cool, but
I think they're just real weak sauce.
I just wouldn't. I don't know.
I would bring in. I mean, who I would get rid of? There's quite a few species. Let me tell you this: the only species that I love.
Yeah.
The squirrels have a couple of good squirrels.
Yeah.
I love the bears. I love the ducks. The rest can kind of go. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I would not be upset to see any of those other species go. Now, I know people probably be like, oh, but what about the wolves? I'm just talking me personally. This is a Bobby. Yeah. This is a Bobby thing. Yeah. As long as I still had those three species, I'm okay with anything.
Yeah.
I've said it before. I said it again. I want bats. I want bats in the game. I want one named Wayne for Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. And, it'd be so cool. Can you imagine?
God, I'd love that. So, but that'll never happen. But I think we do need a new species.
We do. I would have liked to have seen, like I've said this so many times, but I would have liked to have seen shark villagers come in with this one.
God, yes.
It just would make sense, I think. But then people would say, yeah, but you catch sharks. Yeah, but you catch frogs.
You catch octopus.
And you can literally give them to your villagers and I
just
think
hamster cage you can give to that whole. Listen, let me explain something to the people. All right, let's get real for a minute. The game is fake. The world is fake. Everything's fake in it. Doesn't matter. There's no rhyme. There's no reason. There's nothing. Stop the nonsense. If I want a shark to walk around my town, give me a shark.
Yeah.
Stop this nonsense. There's octopus walking around the damn thing. First off,
Yeah.
you tell me one time that you ever had a bear walk up to you and have a conversation with you. It's all fake, man. It's all fake.
You're
Please.
in debt to a raccoon, people.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's just think about that.
What are bells? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, what? Isabel, her head is like a bell bag.
A bell bag,
and
yeah.
she's called Isabel. Like,
Yeah.
it's, you have to suspend your disbelief.
yes.
Yeah.
Sharks would be good. I
Yeah.
also like the idea of snakes.
Oh, okay, snake villagers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be kind of cool.
We don't have a snake NPC, do we?
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm. I mean, Red, but that's not. He's not really.
Oh,
a snake.
yeah. He's a different kind of snake.
He's a little bastard. A bug villager. Trong is saying a bug villager. That would be kind of cool to like have.
Yeah, I would like. Yeah, I would like.
Maybe like a gigantic ant.
Oh my goodness, really?
That would be cool. Yeah, man.
A big ant?
Have you ever watched Ant's Life? You've never watched the movie or A Bug's Life?
Oh yeah. I've seen
Ant's
ants and I've
Life.
also seen Bug's Life.
Bug's Life. Whatever.
Yeah.
But there's a
This is
gigantic
true.
ant in it and stuff. They're,
Bug's
not
Life.
gigantic, but they're just ants.
They would look cute. If
Yeah,
it was
man.
based on like Bug's Life, then yeah. But if it was
Yeah.
based on ants, I think I'd.
No, just make
No.
cutesy. Come on, Holly. I didn't mean like an actual ant. I meant make a cutesy
Oh, I
looking
thought you-
ant.
An ant.
Although I will say, ants are spectacular in this game. Like,
Oh, they are very cool,
really
especially in the
cool.
museum. If you haven't got ants in your
no.
museum, definitely
You
leave
need
a
to-
turnip out to rot. Put them in there. It's funny. I like it.
Here's design tip that I've been saying forever. You take a
Yeah.
turnip, you let it rot, you put it in your campsite,
Yeah.
and then they go right and they just walk across. It looks so
Yeah.
good, man. Looks so good.
Yeah. I love it. The ants are pretty cool.
Holly wants flies as villager.
Oh,
That's ugly. No.
This is a backstory. When I was eating bugs for 6 months, I didn't even realize. So now I'm a queen of the flies.
You were eating bugs for 6
Basically,
months.
me and I was calling my boyfriend. Had a pepper grinder, which was actually infested with flies, and I thought it was pepper, like just like a pepper grinder. And basically, one day I was cooking something. I noticed a little leg, and I was like, and like a body, and I was like, right, okay, what is that? And then I just kept seeing more and more, and then I looked in the pepper grinder because it had a little slot at the bottom, and yeah, it was actually just full of lots of bugs and dead bugs and bug eggs, and I'm sorry for everyone that's hearing this for the first time. It was horrible, and I had to walk up to my boyfriend and say, how would you feel if I told you we'd been eating bugs for 6 months minimum? He was like, what do you mean? I was like, you heard. And I told him, and yeah, it was pretty gnarly. So now I'm queen of the flies, which is where the fly villager thing comes from. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry. I know that's so gross, but it is. I wish there was a fly on the wall. I'd seen that all unfold. It was horrendous. Yeah. So who's coming to my dinner party then? Who wants to come round, do a bit of come dine with me?
I am
Come
never
down with me
letting
to
you
my
cook for me.
flies.
I gotta tell Toby this. Does he
Oh
even
yeah,
know?
100%. I don't know.
He probably was
I don't know
there.
if he does.
He probably had pepper. He probably had.
No. I promise it wasn't around the time that we were like visiting back and forth.
Uh-huh.
I promise.
Oh,
I promise.
But he doesn't know that. He will think that
Don't
now.
drop me in
I'm
it.
like, guess
Don't
what just
drop me
came
in
out,
it.
Toby? You gotta watch the latest Breaking Bells. It came
but I
out that
didn't
you
die,
ate
though.
flies. Huh?
I didn't die, and it didn't taste very weird.
Oh God, that's so nasty.
It's a good substitute. If you can't afford pepper, just get some bugs.
I mean, it's protein, I'm sure, on some level.
Yeah, I gained real big muscles during that
I
time.
bet you did. Oh man, I guess you could. I'd see Queen of the Flies. I don't know. I would say you're the spider lady because spiders eat flies.
Ugh. Oh, I hate spiders, but okay, we'll do it.
Okay.
We'll go with
What?
it.
Oh my God! What do you? Jesus! I'm ready to stop the show now. What's next?
Right, so this one I think is a little bit of a poke, but Jeannie asks, is gardencore overrated?
No.
There we go. Next question.
Is Gnomecore overrated? Yes. You know what, Jeannie? Now we're taking what I said in the beginning. We're taking the gnomes out. We're not putting gnomes in gardencore.
Oh.
Is gardencore overrated? It just started. We just started it. You're gonna answer a question like that when cottagecore is running rampant? Please.
Oh, the shade, the shade.
Man.
That's so funny. Okay, next question is from Waluigi number 1, which
Okay.
Asks, what kind of NPC would you like to be added? E.g., one that does jobs for you, like weeding, if you pay them. Ooh. Ooh.
I would like a mole.
That digs up fossils?
No.
Oh.
That.
Me neither.
That you could designate areas in your town.
Yeah.
That if flowers grow in them, he goes and he removes all the flowers.
Gotcha.
Because you know how now we have to put like transparent pieces down to keep flowers from growing out of the beds.
Yeah.
You could just be like, this is a bed, this is not a bed. If there's a flower that grows here, you grab it and take it. And maybe he has a storage bin where you could go through and see. So if you have a hybrid that grows there, you could take the hybrid. But if it's just a random rose, you could just be like, okay, whatever. Maybe he pays you for those as well. But yeah, I'd be down with that.
Yeah, I think it would just be a mechanic that hasn't really been explored before. So it's really hard to know what to kind of... I'll know how I feel about something when it happens. And I just don't know where to place myself with that, honestly. Be nice if Isabel did a little bit more, but it's no worries.
A little bit more? She can do a lot more.
Okay, so some of these we have actually covered already, so I'm not going to do the ones that we've sort of touched on. Okay. Emily asks, what are your opinions on the inventory/storage? Is there anything you would change?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I would make it where we have a toolbox outside and I could access my inventory from the toolbox.
Okay, yeah.
So that way I could, if I'm crafting outside, I don't have to run in the house, grab the items that I have in storage, and then go back. And, by the way, if my pockets are full, I don't have to go in the house to put it to storage. I could go to the box, load the box up, and then it automatically goes into storage. Kind
of like what we've got outside Nooks, but you're just not selling it. It's just a little point where you can quickly go back and forth.
Like you think about, just think about in the past, right, with New Leaf. If I went to the train station, there was a locker there.
Yeah.
I could load the locker up with stuff, and then it went to my inventory, didn't it?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, I think so.
So why not? Like, sign me up, man. That's, it's one of those systems that they got rid of, and I don't understand why. It would just make it so much better, you know? Mm-hmm. That's what I would like.
Yeah, definitely. I think, I like how much storage we get, but I think there's things around it that could be better. Like you just said, I feel like one of your tools should be a little mini DIY bench, like a little pop-up one. It could just look, cute, that kind of thing.
The other thing is, dude, last night I literally cleared out my storage.
Yeah.
Of clothes. Do you know how many duplicates I had?
Yeah, I have a lot.
So how hard would it be when you're in the Abel's go in the shop and they're just like, hey, like maybe there's a check mark next to it. Means you have it in your inventory right now.
Yeah.
Like that way you don't rebuy stuff.
Yeah, that would be good.
You might want to rebuy it because if you're doing the wand pulls stuff out of your inventory and it's stored on the wand. So maybe you do want 2 beards. Maybe you do want 2 mustaches, whatever. That's fine. But like there should be a little check mark there to say like, hey, you already have this in your storage.
Yes.
Do you really want to rebuy it?
Yeah.
I'd be down with that.
I like that idea, definitely. Yeah. Definitely. Okay, so next question is from Megan. And Megan asks, do you think Nintendo should make everyone's ATM machine available to visitors so they can purchase items/redeem Nook Mile items on other people's islands? It would be great if I could visit a friend's island and get the white street lamp since mine are black without having to ask them to trade. Oh, I honestly, I'm on board with that. I really am. I actually really like that idea.
Okay, I do and I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea of being able to access for money.
Okay.
Like an example was the other night, I brought Holly over to play Nook or No Nook. I wound up cashing her out and giving her 1,000,000 bells. Just she only won 1,000, but I gave her 1,000,000 because I felt bad. So, but she literally had to go home because her pockets were full.
Yes.
So,
okay.
So I mean, obviously, she only expected to win nothing. So she came very prepared to only win nothing. But she wasn't expecting me to give her 1,000,000 bells. So, but it would have been nice if she could have just ran up to my ATM, dropped whatever she had in there, in there, and then done. This is a function that was available in every other Animal Crossing game.
Yes.
I think that they looked at it was like, hey, we don't want people to be able to go in and buy the Nook Mile stuff and all that, so we're going to limit what can happen. Dude, all they have to do is just change it up when I access it, where I can't access the campsite stuff. I can't access your stuff, like your old shopping stuff.
Yeah.
It's so dumb to me why we're not. Now, the Nook Mile stuff, I mean, dude, it would be nice, right? It would be nice to be able to go in there and buy stuff.
Yeah.
I think that what they did was they set it up to be like a shopping stall, too. Yeah. And it kind of screwed up the ability for the ATM, or the ADB, whatever they want to call it.
Yeah.
But I also feel like this. We should have access to the ADB via our cell phones.
Yeah.
I can literally walk into any store in America today, not any store, but 95% of stores in America today, and I can make a purchase with my cell phone. Tap my cell phone down, boom, it's done.
Yeah.
You're telling me that I can't walk into the Nooks and do the same thing?
Yeah.
When in the past in City Folk they gave us an ATM card.
Yeah.
So we could actually go and it would access, like, come on, man.
Yeah, I think especially with it being released in 2020, like contactless and paying with your phone has now been out for what, 3 years maybe? Yeah. And it's like, why? Like, what? I don't understand that. I think they definitely should have considered a more modern way of paying.
I think too that I would be okay with. I would be okay if accessing your Nook Mile stuff.
Yeah.
Because essentially, like, maybe there are certain things they're looking at it as, well, if you come over, you buy my fences.
Yeah.
I won't be able to do the fences. So then maybe you make it where certain items aren't purchasable,
Yeah. Yeah.
But then again, they let you go in and ransack my Nooks. So why not? Why not just leave it wide open?
I don't, like, I'm not really too bothered about it.
I would say definitely with the Nook Miles, definitely with the ADB. Like, there's no reason why we can't.
I think so as well. I think it would be just a lot easier for people. I think you'd get more people sort of willing to go to an island and stuff, Let
me see. Crash is saying, I mean, it's already unfair enough that you have to play online to acquire stuff in other colors, unless a villager gifted to you to be presented via presents. Because you always only get one color of certain furniture. It's kind of stupid. Because that's the other thing too. Your whatever your airport is, that dictates what all your items are going to be.
Yeah.
So that being said, like, it is kind of messed up that you have to have Nintendo Online.
Yeah.
Unless you do local exchanges, because you don't need to be online for that. But it's. Yeah. I think they definitely need to fix something.
This is the thing, and I mean, not everyone has online, and I just think I guess they just catered to the majority, probably more than a minority. But it's kind of like there should still be things in game that encourage you to play solo as well. Yeah. And I just want to say, for anyone that hasn't got a online membership, the best way to do it, and I did this with a friend, to minimize the cost is do a family plan. You get 8 slots on it. So like you and a friend, I think for the whole year,
$35.
35, divide that by 8,
Mm-hmm.
divide that by 12. I mean, that is a really good way of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And we still have some slots free on ours because we just, there's just not.
I had to get the family plan because when I started the game, I played under Japan Guru. That's the one that I play on, right?
Yeah.
And people are like, why do you have different? There's a reason. I have different accounts set up because I do reviews from time to time. And to make it easier on developers, I'll be like, hey, give me a code in Europe. Give me a Japanese code. Don't matter because when I play it on the United States, it clears up and it plays. So because I started playing on the Japan Guru version, I wasn't able to go online. So I literally, the first night, had to set up, I had to go in and create and buy the family plan and then activate him and Nintendo Guru and all that stuff on there. And then now I can go in there and do all that stuff. It's awesome. You know what I mean? Like $35 for the year is fun.
Definitely.
It's
definitely consider the family plan. It's so inexpensive. It's not the most expensive thing anyway compared to a lot of other online subscription type things. But if you can get 8 people together, including you, and get that family plan, honestly, it is the best thing to do.
I'm going to say something that's probably very unpopular, but it's whatever. I would be willing to give Nintendo $60 to $70 a year.
Yeah.
Fix the online. Stop with the nonsense. Go server-based. So we can then do better things with Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
We are so pigeonholed right now with what's going on. It's nonsense. The fact that it takes 30 minutes almost to get 8 people or 7 other people to your island.
I know.
And then all of a sudden someone has one bad connection and blip, everybody's out.
Yeah, everyone gets chucked out. I think how cute would it be if you all so for example, say it's server based, you all join a lobby and then you're all there in the airport, you all get on a little plane. Like that would be so much fun. Yeah. And I feel like I think I would be happy paying more because I find it's already kind of inexpensive for me in my personal situation. That's how I feel. But
how awesome would it be, right?
Yeah.
To me, go into a private section of Discord, right?
Yeah.
And go, okay, these, or I have a chat, right?
Yeah.
I have a chat and I drop it in and I go, here's my dodo code. My gates are open. You can come and go as you please, right? Now, I'm out and I'm playing, and then all of a sudden, just like Minecraft, someone blips in, boom, they're automatically there.
Yeah, but that could be the new dodo code. Your dodo code actually links to a lobby.
Yes.
And then everyone just joins that lobby.
Yeah.
And then there could be a cute little, everyone jumping on and getting on the plane, and then...
Why can't I just say, I want to open my gates to best friends, and they just show up? Literally, they just show up, and then, they're there, though. They're no... I don't have to, load in and wait for them to come in. And, they just show up. And maybe it just says, you get a little message in the corner that says, Holly has arrived.
Yeah.
Done. I know you're there.
A little...
Yeah, I know you're there. It's good to go. We're playing.
Definitely.
The other thing, too, is, man, I really wish that and these are things that I hope get done in a future update.
Yeah.
But I really wish and hope that they make it playable for me to go to your town and terraform. If I'm maybe make it where best friends can do a certain amount of things, and then maybe best friends forever, right? Yeah. Whatever it is, whatever you want to moniker it. Maybe it's 2 stars, right?
Yeah.
And then when I get that level, I can actually go in and terraform, and I can help you. You know what I mean? That, dude, it will take if you're terraforming a big area, man, it takes you forever. But the other thing is maybe you just are horrible at terraforming, and you need help.
Not everyone is immediately gifted. I mean,
not everybody is the Nintendo guru. You know what I mean? I get it. I understand.
This is the thing. To be honest, though, when you think about it, is terraforming added a whole nother layer of creativity to the game, and it's kind of at the start you don't know what you're doing, but if you could have a friend that could come over and you allow them access to terraforming, you could build it together. It could be more of a you know, that kind of thing.
Exactly.
I think I'd really like that.
Yeah, I would too.
I think we all know that the multiplayer needs to level up a little bit.
Yeah.
Whether
Yeah, absolutely.
you know, it needs to happen. It's so annoying when you have loads of people over and then the game just goes, soz, not happy with it.
You can't
and
do anything. Dude,
yeah.
I can't donate stuff to Blathers.
I know.
I can't change my clothes.
Oh.
I can't move an item. I can't pick an item up. Like, dude,
Yeah.
it is the most frustrating thing when I'm trying to run Nook or no Nook. Like,
Yeah.
I've already said this. It would be amazing if I could bring someone in to sit in the banker's chair right there in the game and play. Right?
Yeah.
Can't do that. Can't do that because the minute I have that person there, I can't reset the board before the next person comes.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
It's not enough to only be able to run into the airport and then sort out your fences. Like, there needs to be more to it than that.
Yeah, I agree.
I hope they seriously consider going to server-based instead.
It would be amazing. I mean, I don't know how easy it is. I don't even know if it could be done.
No, I don't know either. I just want to say that I have no idea about how any of that works. So I might be really blasé about it, but I just feel like a multi-billion-pound company.
Yeah.
You know, come on. There's got to be a bit more to it than that.
It's silliness. It's whatever. What's another question you got for us there?
So Deborah asks, what do you think about the swimsuit rules for Able Sisters and the wand? Ugh, I find myself going to Abel's way less since the swimsuit. This annoys me
to
no end.
You mean if you're wearing it, you can't go in?
Yeah, you can't go in the changing room if you're wearing a wetsuit.
Yeah.
And you can't put it on your wand. You can't, honestly, the whole thing is just so annoying. Have you not found it's,
I'll be honest with you, I stopped going to Able Sisters a long time ago.
Yeah.
There's nothing new there that makes me want to go in and buy stuff.
That's fair enough. That's totally fair enough.
I just literally have stopped my desire to go in there. Like, I have so much in my inventory. It's like, I don't know what to. I have plenty of clothes. I tend to wear the
same outfits anyway.
I've literally gone into the store, gone through every single thing. There's nothing new here for me. I'm out.
Yeah.
It's
I do a bit of that as well, to be honest. I think it's just annoying how, like, you can't do it when you're wearing a wand outfit. You can't do it when you're wearing a wetsuit. It's just like, come on, just let me in.
Well, you can't do it when you're wearing a construction suit either.
Yeah.
But they let you take it right off. Can't you take it off right away?
I think so. Why do I not know this? I think so.
I think you guys are just complaining about nothing.
Yeah, maybe. Nah, no comment. Okay, so next question is from Marina, who asks, if you could choose between only the cliff or river permit for terraforming for the rest of your time, which one would you choose and why?
Wait. Only the cliff and what?
And the river permit. So either you create a cliff or either you carve the water in. What would you prefer? I know what I prefer.
For me, it'd be cliffs.
Really?
I'm just balls at creating rivers. So bad. I can do waterfalls like a champ.
Yeah.
But when it comes to rivers, they look trash every time.
Oh, okay.
I am so bad at it.
Oh,
so,
I guess, you can't create a waterfall if you don't have a cliff.
Yeah.
So I see what you mean, actually. And at least then I haven't bothered with... I got rid of all the rivers, to be honest. I stopped bothering with rivers. Yeah, I see what you mean. I guess you'd have a very, very flat island.
Yeah.
And I quite like the multi-tiered shops and areas. And, do you know what? I'm going to agree with you. I think I see what you mean. You raise a good point.
Yeah, I know.
I can't disagree with greatness.
I do a lot. See, that's why you're part of the show.
Well, this is the thing.
You know your role, Holly. You know your role.
I know my place. Absolutely.
You pump up the head, and that's what needs to happen.
Yeah, that's literally.
That's why Toby's gone, because Toby, he was British. He didn't want to pump up my head, and you got to go, bro. I can't have this. That's why Alan's out. That's why
I'm still here.
You're still here.
I'm still here. Oh dear.
All right, you got anything else for us?
Yep, there's a few more actually. Okay, so this one I'm gonna skip because we might be covering this in a future Breaking
Okay.
Bells.
Okay.
So I'll skip that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mackenzie, I think it's Mackenzie or Mackenzie Burns, is if farming is brought into the game, would you rather be able to pick your vegetable, like native vegetable, or have it be similar or associated with your native fruit? For example, if you originally have oranges, you naturally grow carrots. I think it's a cute idea.
I'm very concerned with this farming.
I think me and you both are just like, what?
I feel like the farming's going to turn us into Harvest Moon.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I want that. But,
yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, I don't know, man. It depends on what, like, I just don't want to grow. I just don't. Well, then again, I guess it's like trees.
Like a native vegetable, maybe, and like.
Maybe it's a similar situation as fruit and stuff where you sell them, and that's basically what it is.
Maybe.
Or you can eat it and it gives you powers to break rocks and stuff like that. That being said, if I'm Nintendo and I'm stealing something from Harvest Moon, or from Stardew Valley, the last thing I'm stealing is farming.
Yeah.
I am creating caves that you can go in.
Yeah.
And you can work your way down through the cave, and you can get like rare minerals or rare items, things you could sell. Maybe you go down there and there's a desk laying there that you can't get anywhere else, but to find it in there, like where you dig up something, treasure or paintings or statues, things that you can't get anywhere else. That's what I would do. That would be for me. One day, Tom Nook goes, "Oh my God, we just discovered this cave over here," or the dodos take you to caves.
Yeah.
And then you go through that. That to me would be what I would put into this game. I would. Yeah. The farming just feels very blah. You know what I mean? Like it'll look cute. It's a nice designing aspect. We've already got farms. We've already got people making farms. Yeah. Joey Splats did a farm that blew my mind months ago. Yeah. We have the ability to make farms. If we're going to offer a new mechanic to the game, that's what I'm putting in. Yeah. I'm putting in where you go down to the dodos. Maybe you have to earn a special Nook Mile ticket, a golden Nook Mile ticket that'll take you to a specialty island, that island has a cave in it, and you have to work your way through the cave. That to me would be amazing.
Yeah, I think so. I honestly, the more I think about the farming thing, I think, it'd be cute. You know, it'd be a cute little mechanic, but I just don't know personally how often I would use it. You know, I feel like it might become old quite quick.
That's the thing. I feel like it's very much like orchards. You know what I mean? Like people have orchards. I got rid of mine. You have them for a couple weeks. You realize, hey, these take up way too much space.
I don't take the trees.
The money you're making is not the money. It's not worth it.
It's not the value that you think at the start of the game. Yeah, maybe. But I've had mine for way too long. Yeah. No.
I would not I don't know. I just think that if I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna farm this stuff, first off, how long is it gonna take to grow stuff? I'm assuming 3 days, like everything else, right? So I plant a carrot. Takes me 3 days to get it. I can mine it or dig it up.
But then we go so Harvest Moon, then we go so Farm Together. It's something that is, I just don't know. I'm not sure.
Let's be fair, right? Let's say that we can grow pumpkins. Yeah. We could use them pumpkins to decorate. Yeah. How many freaking pumpkins do you need? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know that I want that. I wouldn't
mind it as a one-off, say for Halloween, there's a little event going on where you grow a pumpkin and, I wouldn't mind stuff like that, but I just don't know if maybe a full-time thing that would be. I'm not sure, honestly.
I mean, it's a heavily rumored thing. Yeah. I just don't know, man. Maybe that's the next update. Maybe that's what we get in August. You know what I mean? Because if they're going to bring something big. I mean, you know what, though? Here's the thing. I'm saying that, and maybe that's what we need. We need something like that to just recharge this game and be like, I'm back in. You know what I mean? For people that are kind of out. It all depends on how they do it, how they aspect it and stuff. Like, but it would be kind of cool. I mean, maybe that's how. Man, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I'm getting myself hyped up. Maybe that's how Cap'n gets involved. Like Cap'n shows up at your dock, and you take your stuff to him and sell it to him, and he takes it offshore and sells it. Like, maybe. I don't know, man.
Who knows?
Maybe I'll be farm core. Who knows?
Who knows? A farm core. That's so funny.
My whole island will be a gigantic farm.
Okay. The next.
Let's do 2 more questions.
Yeah, 2 more questions. Actually, that's fine. So Emily asks, what are your opinions on the new system where people are using the box at the residence centre to store spare DIYs and turnips? Do you think this is something that you will use? So I haven't done that at all because I think the recycle box actually actively pushes out the last item as something new comes in or something like that when it's full. So I'm not sure. I haven't done it yet, and I've not found. I haven't bought turnips in a while. I'm not really.
I would not store turnips, but I got no problem throwing DIY in there.
Yeah.
Like, can we please have some type of storage system for DIY?
I feel like I say this all the time, but it actually
ridiculous.
Drives me nuts.
I walk in my house.
To mail it to myself. I don't want to have to do anything like that.
I walk in my house and they are scattered on the floor.
Yeah.
It is ridiculous that's what I have to do. You can't put them outside because it devalues your island.
Yeah.
It's got to be devaluing my house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when I get my scorecard.
Yeah, because it's just like clutter, isn't it?
It's trash. The whole system's trash. Like, it's a piece of card. It's a piece.
Yeah.
It's a.
Give us a little notebook.
Why can't I take? I can store this. Why can't I store a DIY? Really? That's what we're doing?
Even if they gave us a little scrapbook tool where we could just like slot it in like a binder.
Nintendo with that stuff. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing to us? You're really making it where we can't do anything with these cards? Like, it's so dumb to me. Makes zero sense to me whatsoever.
No, I completely agree.
They got to do something with it. Absolutely.
I hope they do.
Yeah.
I really hope they do because it just drives me nuts.
Yeah, it's just dumb.
Yeah. So, the next question, and I guess the last question.
Well, okay, let's back it up. I'm not done. I'm not done ranting. The fact that I'm getting multiples of the same crap that I got day one.
Oh.
First off, the first item that I get from Nook is a bonfire.
Yeah.
Why is it the other day I got 3 bonfires in a row?
Yeah, that's stupid.
Why in the world, the minute you get... I don't need a bonfire. If Tom Nook gives me a bonfire day one, why in the world am I going into a house and I got an idiot villager crafting a bonfire? Then I go on my beach, I pick up a bottle, there's another bonfire. Then I go over to another house and there's another moron crafting a bonfire. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, man. You just gave me 3 bonfires and I already have this stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I keep getting the wooden toolbox DIY. I've had so many of them, and it's ridiculous. A nightmare.
Let me guess, you want me to trade the item, right, Nintendo? Oh, let me trade. Who here don't have a bonfire? Oh, that's right. That's right. Tom Nook gave us one right away. My bad.
Oh, it's so funny. It's silly. It is silly.
Okay, you can. I think I'm okay now. You can continue.
Yeah. Are you good?
Not really. Not really.
No, I'm just checking.
Like, no, seriously, man. Sure. Why can't we should be able to die from DIY? That's another. Hold on, I need coffee, man.
Yeah,
No, like the other thing too is like there's some that are so super rare, so hard to get. There's ones that are out there so impossible to get, and people are still asking for them. But yeah, let me get log steaks 80 times. Like, it's so dumb.
Yeah.
So dumb.
I agree.
It's the repetition is so dumb. It's not even funny. I can tell you right now, I have probably 10 cards, DIY cards laying on my living room floor.
Yeah.
Right? 3 of them are duplicates.
Yeah.
3 of them are duplicates that I already have.
Yeah.
This is dumb. So half of what I have are duplicates. I don't even trade them no more. I'm sorry for the rant. I'm just so.
No, I understand. I'm annoyed by it as well.
You're not acting annoyed.
No, it's not that. It's just that I've
step up the anger.
I've stewed over this so many times. I promise you, I have. I'm always rage tweeting about it.
like seriously, like Deb's here. She don't have a garden bench. How in the world does this woman not have a garden bench yet?
Yeah.
Like, this is so dumb. Like, this is dumb. I bet you she has like 90 bonfires though.
Yeah, probably. Because everyone wants 90 of those things that you can't use.
First off, that's the most hideous looking thing in the world.
Wait, which one? The big
log thing.
Oh, I don't mind that. I did get rid of it last night on my stream.
First off,
I did spin that off.
First off, nobody builds a bonfire like that. Nobody.
Well, yeah, very, very true.
Everybody builds a bonfire like a teepee.
Yes,
everybody.
Of course.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's
get
number one.
Teeny weeny little campfire.
You know what I want? This is a little side. We got to get off of where I'm at because I'm just my blood pressure.
No. You good. You let it all out.
I can feel my blood pressure right up in here, man. I can feel it.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Like she's just anyway. I would love, right? So the other night I put out the well.
Yeah.
The gray well.
Yeah.
Right. I guess it's the water well, or whatever. And I said the other day, how amazing would it have been to be able to drop fire in it to make it look like a fire pit.
Yes.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I actually laid it out and I'm just calling it a fire pit because that's what I did. But like, it would be so cool to be able to take like a fireplace, like a campfire, and drop it inside of it and make it a fire pit. Like, that would be so good. So good. Go ahead. Move on.
Okay.
Carry on.
So
last question.
Okay. Last question.
Make it good.
So, Booyah asks, if you could add another building, e.g. another shop, that hasn't been implemented into the previous games, what would you add and why? I'm stuck on this one. I mean, I'd love it. We did sort of touch on this with maybe like a Nintendo shop or something like that. I don't know.
A shop that hasn't been implemented. See, although this is in Pocket Camp, and we don't have any need for it here.
No.
But I would love if we got the OK Motors.
Ooh, I like that idea.
And then what they do is they go down and they knock down Harv's creepy island.
Yeah.
Just knock it down and turn it into a gigantic campsite. RV park. And then so you could change your RV up, right?
Yeah.
And then you go over to that, and people say that it's Harv's Island. I'm calling it a peninsula. So it's Harv's Peninsula. So there's a reason to have RVs there. So you could drive off the peninsula. Like a peninsula's a piece of land that jets out. Yeah. He's connected to mainland. Don't want to hear this nonsense that he's not. Whatever. And then you go over there, and you can get other village. Like that could also become like a hunting ground. Yeah. Like you could go in there, and it could be a villager in the RV. Yeah. And you could be like, hey, you want to come live in my town? Yeah. Or live on my island? And then he's like, yeah, sure, yeah, poop. And then he goes over. Like it'd be nice to have a bunch of RV. Or this would be kind of cool. I like this. Yeah. I like this idea. Remember in New Leaf, they had the Happy Home Academy where it was up above the stores. Mm-hmm. And you would go, all the people you street passed with, their houses would pop in.
Favorite things ever.
Amazing, right? So it would be so cool if, and I don't know whether maybe it becomes a thing of people that you play with. Yeah. So if you go to somebody's house via Dodo, or somebody's island via Dodo code, or their friends, their RV goes to this parking ground. And you could customize the outside of the RV, and then you could decorate the RV how you want to decorate the RV. It's your home away from home. And then you have items in there, and then people could go in and be like, I want to buy that item, or I want to buy that item. Very similar to how New Leaf was. I would love that. That would be amazing to me.
I'm trying to think what other... Console Kato said, what about a DIY store? Ooh... Maybe you could sell DIYs there.
Oh, yeah, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want to sell
and
my.
there could be like special ones that come up. Not to bring up DIYs again.
I know,
but...
we're going back to that. No, it would be kind of cool if we did have a DIY store.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Here's something I want. I want to be able to exchange DIYs.
Yes.
If I go and I give you 5 crap DIYs that I don't need,
yeah,
I exchange it and I get one that I don't have.
Yes.
That would be amazing.
Yes, that would be perfect. Yeah, that would be really good, actually.
Yeah, I would be okay with that. But for me, a DIY store would be kind of cool. Maybe here's something that would be kind of cool. Baby, how about a hardware store?
Yeah.
We get a hardware store come in. I could go in and I could buy supplies that I need rather than have to go out and
that normal word
and go out and get them. You know what I mean? Like go out and resource and go find mats. Because like that would be fun. Like it would, for me, someone that's doing builds and stuff, like it'd be so nice to just walk into a store and go, hey man, give me 15 pieces of wood.
Yeah.
You know, or 20 or 30 or whatever. Buy them up.
Definitely.
Then that would be.
Customization kits could be there as well.
Yes. They can make it a whole thing.
Yeah. I love that idea actually. Yeah. I love that idea.
Yeah.
That'd be spot on, I think.
So that is all. That is all. Thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of Breaking Bells. Be sure to check out everything that Holly is doing over on her YouTube channel. Go over there, go subscribe, go follow her on the Twitters at Holly's Crossing with 2 eyes. Check out my channel, subscribe, please hit the bell, like the video if you like the video, share it with your friends. Sharing is so important. That is all. Peace out, Preston.
Bye.